I studied a lot of successful entrepreneurs, from Bill Gates to Alex Hormozi to Steve Jobs to Charlie Morgan to you name them. I've probably studied them quite deeply as well. And one thing that I've noticed about all of them is that they all have one huge regret. Something that they wish they could go back in time and sort out, but now it's just stuck with them and they can't really do much about it. They became nothing, effectively. And what I want to get across in this video, the title of it is that you should become everything. And this is the regret that these entrepreneurs, they don't have. Take Elon Musk, for example. From as soon as he started his entrepreneurial career, he has sacrificed almost everything. He spent every single hour of his day working. Or take Alex Hormozi, for example. He preaches heavily about sacrificing, about locking yourself in your room for 18 hours a day for 8 months of the year or 10 months of the year, sacrificing everything, not going to people's birthday parties, not going out for meals, not going out to see people, even cutting off some of your family members. And this is probably one of the biggest things that I disagree with, and if anything, I'm the opposite. You see, all of this hustle culture and everything, it's kind of ruined a lot of people's lives, because what will happen is the fact that for the next 2 years of their lives, they're going to lock themselves in their room and just work on their computer for 18 hours straight. And yeah, don't get me wrong, you'd make a fuck ton of money. But what is money when you lose everything else? People will get rid of all their friendships. They'll get rid of all their relationships with their family. They'll lose their health. They'll lose their physique. They'll probably lose their mind. They'll lose every single thing that they had about them that translates into the outer world. Also, they can get a bigger number on a screen, drive a nicer car, go to a nicer gym, not have to work a 9-to-5 job. Don't get me wrong, I've got the same ambitions. I like, fuck working a 9-to-5 job, I'll never work one again. Well, I don't work one, but I will physically never work a 9-to-5 job again. I want to drive nice cars. I want everything, but at the same time, I don't want to lose everything in getting that. And I think you should be the same, and that's what I'm going to try to drill into your head in this video. The fact that you should attempt to become everything in your life. Don't just focus on making money. Focus on making money, going to the gym, eating healthily, getting good relationships, getting good social skills, becoming powerful, gaining status. The list could go on and on and on and on. Because you've got to realise that you're young. You have an abundance of energy, and actually inside of you, you're probably not aware of this, but you have a connection to the universe, or if you want to call it God. I'm not religious, so I'm not going to say God. But inside of you, you have a connection to the universe which you can draw upon at any moment, and you can develop so much more energy, so much more power, so much more drive just from inside of you. And you've got to utilize this, and if you utilize this properly, then you can become everything. You can work 8 hours a day and then go to the gym and then eat healthily and then go meet a girl and then start going out to meet new people and building new friendships and developing all the other skills in your life. You can become more knowledgeable. You can learn human nature. You can learn marketing. You can learn whatever the fuck you want to learn, because you have so much energy. And I don't want you to just waste it on making money, because I guarantee you, if you could go 2 years into the future right now, let's say for those 2 years you locked yourself in your room for 18 hours straight, you would probably regret it. You'd have no friends. You'd have bad connections with your family, you'd have poor health, you'd have no social skills, you'd have no charisma. You would basically be like a Discord mod, but you're rich. Is that what you want? Probably not, right? But would you rather spend the next 4 years of your life getting rich, so you double the time for you to get rich, but at the same time you found the love of your life, you've been on multiple dates before that, you've got really good connections with your family, you're in peak health, peak physique, you've got tons of good traits about you, not just the fact that you're rich, you've got power, you've got status. Which life would you prefer? 2 years you get rich, but you look like a Discord mod, you get no bitches, you're fat, you're ugly, you look like you fucking stayed inside your room for the past 18 years of your life and just wanked. Or you spend 4 years getting rich instead, but you've got every single other thing about you. Which would you rather? Genuinely think about it for a second. I'll give you a second to think about it. What would you rather? Realistically, you probably said 4 years, but I'd rather have everything else about me. Because that's the most logical route. You've got to realise you're probably I'll say you're 16 to 22. You do realise that you have so much time left in life. Everyone will tell you, oh, time's running out, and no matter how quick time goes, you've got to realise you're still very, very, very young. Whilst you're watching videos like this, one of your mates is probably at uni, or a guy that's your age, he's probably extremely hungover right now, questioning his life, realising, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Where's my life going? But he's still got time. He could still be rich in the next 10 years and he'd only be, late 20s or 30. You've got so much time, and I think you should dedicate your young years to not only getting rich is a must. If you're watching a video like this, I know you agree. A lot of people say, oh no, you don't have beliefs like that, you don't have to get rich. But you do have to get rich, let's be honest. Working a 9-to-5 life, fuck that. Not driving a nice car, fuck that. Not being able to do what you want, when you want, however you want, fuck that. Just doesn't sound like a nice life. Getting rich is a must. Every single young guy right now should be focused on getting rich. And if you're not, then you've got to start doing something about that. But at the same time, do not sacrifice everything else. I promise you will regret it. Obviously, this isn't coming from experience, but this is coming from thought. I've thought into the future because recently, over the past year and a bit, I have just been sat down in my room working. I trade Forex. I made a good amount of money off of that. But I lost a lot of other things. I lost a lot of my friends. I kind of lost my social skills. I was quite a confident, charismatic guy. But I kind of lost that because I was just focused on working and making money. But I've kind of now made the change. And I hope you can realise this for yourself as well. This means just going on new experiences, whether it's travelling to Thailand for a month. Yeah, you might not make as much money, but realistically, who gives a fuck? Money isn't real. Money is just it's not something to dedicate your life to, because you can infinitely scale higher and higher. You can make more and more money, but it gets to a point in life where you don't really care about the money anymore. The only reason you care about making so much money right now is probably because you're broke. You're maybe still in school or working a 9-to-5, and you've seen all these gurus saying you're running out of time, you need to get rich. But I promise you, when you get rich, when you start making very good money, money will become much less of a necessity to you. You'll desire it much less. But then if you spent all your time solely focusing on making money, you'll have lost everything else. And I can tell you, if you're still fat, if you're still ugly, if you've got no social skills, you've got no charisma, if you've got no knowledge, then you're still broke even if you've got $1 million in your bank account, because you've not got everything else. Life isn't just about money. I hope you can understand that. I hope this kind of made you switch up your mindset a little bit. That's really what I want. I want you to have that mindset switch of becoming everything. I'll give you a few more examples. Michael Jordan, sorry. He realised that when he came into basketball, there were two types of players. You're either an attacker or a defender. Attacking player or a defensive player. So Michael Jordan, he thought, okay, instead of just becoming one, I'm going to become everything. He became a very good attacker and a very good defender, and now he's well known as one of, if not the best basket player of all time. I don't know much about basketball, but either way. Mike Tyson, another example in sports. What did he do? I've forgotten. So yeah, he was obviously a heavyweight boxer. So that means he was supposed to be, because heavyweight boxers, they're known as slower, more bulky, more powerful, but they do less. They have worse movement. They're not as good on their feet. They're not as slick. This was what Mike Tyson was meant to be, but he realised, okay, everyone's doing that. Every single heavyweight that I fight, they're slow. They're not good on their feet, but they've got a lot of power. Why don't I just get both? So he became as powerful, as heavy as a heavyweight boxer, but also on his feet, with his movement, with his slickness, with his agility, he was as fast as a lightweight boxer. Then he became the best boxer of all time, if not one of the best boxers of all time. And that's the genuine power of becoming everything. Think about it. If you became everything, if you became this charismatic, rich, powerful, driven, just every single good trait that you can have, if you became that, my fucking low power mode's going on. That's unfortunate. My low power mode went on. If it fucking bugged out for you there. But if you became everything, then attaining everything else would be so easy to you. Let's say if you were rich, if you had status, if you had power, if you had charisma, if you had charm, if you had good social skills, if you understood human nature, understood psychology, understood everything, you became everything. But the one thing that you lacked was a loving wife. It would be so easy for you to get a loving wife because you've got everything else. But let's say if you were just rich, it would be so much harder for you to get, because you might be ugly, you might be fat, you might have dead game, you might have no charisma, you might have no charm, you might have no social skills, you might have nothing about you other than the fact that you've got 7 numbers in your bank account. Obviously some girls like that, but do you really want a girl that loves you just for your money? No, you don't. It's pretty simple. So I'm going to end the video here. I hope you can have this mindset shift. I hope it helps you out a little bit. That's what I want. Now, if you want more mindset videos like these, it's me speaking to you in my dark little pit of a room, giving out advice like this, teaching you how to improve your mindset, get further in life, make better decisions, become more successful, then subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.